it makes me push myself. Like I need to push myself to be the best that I can be to perform at the best level. Feels damn good. Feels damn good to be recognized as almost the best ever, or the best, not best ever, but the best in the world at this current time. Feels pretty good, and I can't wait to face the challenge. That is Khabib. There was nothing different about that. I only concentrate on what I can control, and that's not the crowd. I would have loved if they were there. I couldn't imagine how loud they would have been. It was an amazing fight from what I've seen. But yeah, there's no time to, it's just pure reactions, working on peripherals. My feet are incredible. I have a great coach, Trevor. We've been working together for 9 years, or probably longer than that. And yeah, man, we're honing my skills. And I'm pretty damn good.
All right, we're in Vegas. So my husband brings his gym bag and a Bulgarian weightlifting bag as his carry-on. He's a weirdo.
We are investigating the cause. Please remain calm and stand by for further instructions.
Okay, we'll continue. Would you believe it? Right. Okay, so we're talking about the Jai Herbert fight. First of all, I'm not friends with Jai Herbert. I don't know where that confusion's come from. It's a very small world perspective to think that everybody in the UK knows each other. I've watched a few of his fights on Cage Warriors. I've enjoyed his career so far. Had a good conversation with him once, and that was fight week. So to think this is in any way connected to where nationality, that's ridiculous. If it was the other way around, if it was Trinaldo, I would have absolutely done the same thing. I'm here as a mixed martial artist and as a competitor. I don't want to see people get hurt, and that was an automatic response. So yes, it may not have been the right thing to do at the moment. It may not have been the correct way of getting my point across. It was an automatic response. I've seen it happen a couple of times before. I've been octagon side a couple of times, one in particular, which I will cover in a minute. But when I saw him go down, I knew he was out. I've watched enough MMA. I've been in enough fights. I've put enough people in that situation to know when someone's not ready to continue. And so did Trinaldo. So unfortunately for Herb, if Trinaldo would have crashed straight in with a couple more shots, Herb would have stopped the fight and we wouldn't be having this conversation. The fact that Trinaldo paused for a good 3 seconds is where the issue comes from, because it punctuated that moment where Herb should have stepped in and recognized that the fight was unable to continue. I'm going to give you fight footage and everything. Like I said, it's going to take me a minute. I just want to set the stage. Second of all, once the fight was over, I didn't get up and go to Herb. I was in my commentary spot. I was standing up to turn and put my headset on in a different way to face the camera and interview Trinaldo. That was what my job was to do in that moment. It was Herb that approached the commentary desk and asked me if I was speaking to him, and I said yes, I was. That was the second time that night. But the first one was the Tanabosa fight. Not nearly as bad. Pessoa was caught with a knuckle to the eye. That's often a reaction that you get when someone's fractured an orbital bone or something like that, because immediately there's a blurred vision. They crash to the floor, they don't want any more, and he killed up in a ball and took, I think, 9 hammer fists. So, unfortunately for me, Herb had already set a precedent that night of being late to react. And when I saw Jai go down in that way, I knew that the fight was over. I needed to say something. I couldn't not. And the other thing as well is, you've got to bear in mind, if I'm in an arena with 20,000 people and you hear me shout, stop that fight or stop the fight, it does to an extent get drowned out. The referee can't be reactive to everybody that's sitting octagon side. And I know it was quiet in there. Herb saying that he didn't know whether it was the commission to do it or not. That's nonsense. Not in the history of the UFC has a commissioner stopped the fight mid-flow. They stop it between rounds. They'll stop it when the doctor's there checking, but the referee is the sole controller of the flow of the fight. In a lot of places, you can't even throw the towel in. Most of the time when the towel goes in, and you'll see this in boxing, the referee will either throw it out or they'll acknowledge it and continue to ref the fight until they deem that the fight's unable to continue. The corner team can't throw the towel in themselves in a lot of states. They have to tell the commissioner. So if you see one of your teammates, training partners, friends hit the deck, the process to go through and stop that fight is far too long. So that's something else we need to address. I don't have a problem with them being able to throw the towel in. Get a good throw though, because in Cage Warriors, I've seen someone throw it at the top of the cage and it keep bouncing back, and it's unfortunate but entertaining. You need to be able to get a good arm and throw that towel in. Even if one's taped up, it's an option that the corner team should have. They know their fighters better.
Happy birthday to you, Happy birthday, dear Dana. Happy birthday to you.
If you could pick anybody to fight on August 15th, who do you think makes sense?
Doesn't matter, brother. I'm ready for everybody. 1000%, brother. I'm ready.
As a guy who comes in though with only 2 fights in the UFC, and I mean the entire top 10 is sort of available. I mean, a lot of you haven't fought any of these guys.
I don't think they wanna give me like top fighter because I have only 2 fights. But if they give, I will be happy and they smash somebody from top 10.
Have you watched a lot of UFC? Are there guys in this division?
Yes,
that, like,
of course. I look at everybody. I know everybody. I look at the Khabib. I take some technique from Khabib. I look at the Usman. I take from here, from John Jones, from Alex. I look at everything, brother, about MMA. I will be Einstein in the MMA.
Hey guys, and Tiago wanted to say for you something, but he's so shy, so I take my phone and ask him to speak.
I don't know what to say.
He wanted to say that he so appreciate all messages.
Hi guys, Yana say her story, I'm so shy to speak because I'm learning my English, but I'm not shy, I'm okay. I have been away for a while here in Instagram because I'm training a lot for preparing for my fight, for Yana's fight. But everything okay with you guys. I want to say thank you so much for support and for everything. Thank you, Brasil. Valeu, galera, por tudo.
2,19, perfeito, amigo. Bora, bora. 2,16, boa, Barreto. Bora, bora, mais uma.
The Gaethje fight is absolutely, positively the next fight for him.
If he were to win that and he were to come to you and say, I want the final fight of my career to be against George St. Pierre, would you entertain that?
Sure.
You would?
Yeah, I mean, it's the last fight of his career. The guy's been great. He's been great to the company. He's been great for the sport. And yeah, I like Khabib a lot. I would do anything Khabib wanted to do.
In lounge rooms across the nation, minds will blow. after amazing night, millions of Australian jaws will drop.